Hello, and welcome to the latest episode in JavaScript, guys. Now, this episode is going to be the bomb. Now, I want to introduce you guys to while loops in JavaScript. It's going to be amazing. Let's get started. So, a while loop is basically similar to the for loop in the sense that you basically have a variable which you announce. Then you want to put the value I equal to 0. So while it's running a block of code, this is what's happened. So while, for example, let's say I is less than 10 or I is less than 100, run this block of code and then increment it accordingly. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a while loop. Firstly, what you're doing is within the script tags, you're doing variable. Let's put text is equal to you want to put an empty string, right? So this allows you to choose what's going on in the string. So you're going to put that empty string. The next thing you want to do is a variable I is equal to 0, right? Once you do this, it's really simple. While the value I is less than, let's say 10, the number 10. Within these brackets now, I meant to do it outside. Within this block of code, we know that the text is an empty string. We know that I is of 0, is equal to 0, right? But while the condition that I is less than 10, and only while that condition, for instance, it can't, why I cannot be, I being the number that you're looping over, I cannot be over 10. Okay, other than that, the block of code would not work. So only while I is less than 10. If I is 11, if I is 12, the block of code is not going to work. First, I'll give you an example. Okay, so but I is equal to 0. Right, so I is equal to 0. So that's the only reason why it could work. If I is less than 10, text plus equals the number is. Now guys, I'm going to put my spacing in, and I'm just going to add in a plus sign. I'm going to put in the value I, and I'm going to end it off. Usually what happens is then you just put the I value, the variable I plus plus, just to end things off because you want to increment values. Once you finish off the while loop, you put your closing brackets, and that's really about it. All you have to do after is just put document.write. You just want to display the value text. That's all. You just want to display the empty string, right? So basically, if I go on my desktop and I open with Google Chrome, I'm gonna get numbers between 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But let's prove that this is a while loop. Okay, so if we were to make, let's put I as 12. Perfect. We just want to say it as 12. Would it work as such? No, because the condition of the while loop is while I is less than a particular value. And in this particular value, we have 10. Because it is 12, it's not going to run that block of code. If I put it back to 0, I save it again, the code should run because relates to that condition. So anyway, guys, this is while loops. While loops basically show you a condition must be present while in order for the block of code within the while loop to run. That means anything could go on. So these are the basic conditions, while. For loop is a lot different, as we mentioned in the previous chapters. So again, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my channel, share it with your friends, and get them to learn some code. Thanks, brothers and sisters.